and of itself can be a topic, alone, but your track is able, this track is able to kind of make parents, even that young Christian youth that's listening, maybe even an adult that's listening to Jay-Z and might feel it's all right to listen to Jay-Z, can hear your track and actually now is put at a position where now they know. Now they know, do I continue to listen to Jay-Z or or do I cut it off? I think that the track, and others agree with me that it's a perfect track in some respects, maybe not in its entirety, to help, Christians that are listening to Jay-Z, make the disconnect from the secular music. Because look at you. You just said you used to listen to Jay-Z and then you stopped. And it was a result of investigative research, of connecting the dots of some of the occultic symbolism. Even if it was metaphorical coming from his end, he's still sharing that. Because these kids embrace the ideologies. It's not too much the lyrics. I understand that people listen to the lyrics and they go, nah, I just like the beat. The ideologies are pumped into the subconscious. So that's what you did. So what actually really made you stop listening to Jay-Z, where you said, you know what, I had enough. I'm not going to listen to this no more? What was the defining moment that made you say no more?
Well, like, I would watch the little YouTubes, and a lot of the stuff did, like I said in my other interview with Kingdom Swag, a lot of the stuff seemed kind of far-fetched. Like, okay, man, they really reaching. Just like people were probably saying about me, they're really reaching. But once I started seeing more and more, and then the Jesus line on this recent album, and then my little cousin, he started playing some older Jay-Z songs. I started peeping Game Food, and once them dots start connecting, and then especially with this new video, and I saw it blatant in my face. I was like, nah, I can't do Jay. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Once it went from speculation to more than likely this is what it is, then I just couldn't do it no more.
So let me.
But I mean,
go ahead.
No, I was like, don't get me wrong. I still do listen to secular music. You know what I'm saying? Like I told, I don't want everybody to get the idea that I'm just super holy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still do listen to some secular music. I listen to more gospel than I do secular music. But I do, and I think that gives me advantage as far as being able to penetrate the youth. You know what I'm saying? Get to those listeners, because I know what they listen to. I know what they like. I know who I'm competing with as a Christian rapper, per se. I know exactly what the competition is sounding like on their end. You know what I'm saying? And you have to do that. And it really pays to know about who you're competing with, or just to know about that realm of music. Like, what actually planted the seed in me about hip hop in general was somebody hit me to, I think it's Pastor Craig G. Lewis on YouTube, The Truth About Hip Hop.
Yes.
And a lot of the stuff made sense. A lot of it was making sense. And you know what I'm saying? I was kind of skeptical, and he told the story about this guy that used to be a singer that used to be in Color Me Bad. About, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put his whole story on there, but it had some demonic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know the story.
Demonic issues. Yeah, okay.
We know the story.
I went to the point where I went on MySpace. I found the dude from Color Me Bad, and I hit him with a message like, man, I'm trying to figure out what kind of music I'm trying to do. I don't know where I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to go. Was that true? And he told me, yeah, it was true, man. Like, the whole thing was true.
Wow.
And then I started paying more attention, you know what I'm saying? That planted the seed. But there's certain things, like, in Craig G. Lewis, he was on point about a lot. But every time you get one little thing wrong, the youth start acting like, okay, nah, you don't know what he's talking about. So there's some mistakes that he would make, like he'll name this song but it's not on this album. Or he'll name the right song, but by the wrong artist.
Yeah.
And that things like that throw them off, and they make them stop listening. Like, oh, he don't know what he's talking about just because, you know what I'm saying? He named the wrong artist in the wrong song. So
okay.
I'm enough into the hip hop game to be able to defend what I talk about accurately and be able to point them to the artist and what songs they set it on and everything. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. And I mean, we're all aware of Craig, Lewis and his expose on the truth behind hip hop. And believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? I agree with you there. I really sincerely believe that Craig Lewis is called by God to expose secular hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I really believe he's on to something. I watch the DVDs. I have a problem where he starts associating Christian hip-hop into some of his philosophies, and then he's also downing Christian rappers that are trying to reach the culture. I think he kind of goes a little bit extreme in that end. But as far as in some of the secular views that he has, I agree. I'm like, you know what? He's actually on point in a lot. And I believe that God is using him because a lot of churches, the youth are really bound by secular music. You know what I'm saying? With secular music in mind, let me ask you this. Being that you did do a thorough investigation as far as some of the lyrics of JAYZ, and at first it was speculation, and now it seems a little bit too outspoken as far as the occultic symbolism, and you kind of make your determination. There's somebody, and I'm not name dropping, but there's somebody that disagrees with you that also put out a video that feels that you as well as some other Christians, that we're taking it too serious of what JAYZ is saying, and let's keep it to the aspect of that it's just wordplay and a couple of other things. You know what I'm saying? So they might not agree with you as far as that your conclusion is went from speculation to hardcore evidence, and say, you know what, I don't agree with that. What would you say to that person? Or what would you just say to that in general, where they're saying, man, y'all Christians is just exaggerating what Jay is saying. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't really mean that. Y'all thinking he mean that because y'all want to hear that. What do you say to that, man? Because now people are starting to challenge what you're saying.
Check this out. This is what it is right here. People are they're using that just music approach when they're listening. You know what I'm saying? So they're taking it as just words, but they don't realize what just words from rap in 92 has turned into from then until now. So you got rappers, you got Queen Latifah back in the day making songs talking about who you calling to be, and it's turned all the way from that until females calling themselves be, and that's because we didn't attack it when it was at that beginning stage. You know what I'm saying? They plant the seed, and people allow these seeds to grow because they say, oh, it's just music. It's just music. Like I was just typing something up, just speaking from my heart, and I was talking about how, like, if it's just music, like, be realistic. When you go sit down and you watch a movie, does not the movie not play music that tells you how to feel about a scene? If it's sad music, you're gonna feel sad. If it's spooky, you're gonna feel spooky. You know what I'm saying? There's certain music that it carries feeling, and I want to say that it would carry a spirit with it, so to speak. And disrespectful music, that's like if I was talking to this person that you're saying, and I said something about his mother, or I dissed anybody that he felt a real love for. I can say, man, I was just playing, I was just using that for wordplay. He's not gonna take it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when you diss Jesus, I mean, it's real blatant. He has lyrics like, I never prayed to God, I prayed to God Eve. That's right, it's wicked. This life I ain't asking for forgiveness for my sins. When you say that early in your career, and then you come back and you backdoor that with the Black Album, with the Lucifer song. I mean, you heard on the end of my record that I put together, it said that, oh, I hope you've been reading your Psalms in chapters. And you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, it's just lyrics. Out of all the stuff people rap about, that's just lyrics.
Yeah.
Obviously, if he rapped about that in 96, and to this day, he still says on the song that Jesus can't save you, he's not just sticking on that subject for 10 years and that belief for 10 years, and that's just the lyrics.
All right, let's flip the coin here a little bit.